It's another Getting Real with Ashleydawn, and I want to talk to you about a word that is so special to me. It starts with the letter E, and you might be thinking Elvis. And I do love Elvis, but this is an even more special word than Elvis. Effort. Effort. E-F-F-O-R-T. Effort. It should be like E-F-F-E-R-T. Effort. You put forth effort. Huh? You got any effort over there? I need some effort. Do you have effort? Do you put forth the effort? Effort goes a long, long way. You think about, football teams and baseball teams and any kind of sports teams. The person that's putting forth the most effort may not be the most talented player, but they're trying the hardest. And the coach sees that. And the coach is going to award the player that's trying the hardest. They may not have any talent at all, but if they're trying hard every single day and they're doing their best, that's going to go a long way. Can I talk to you about relationships for a little bit? Huh? The person that's putting forth the most effort is going to go the farthest. What are you saying, Ashleydawn? Well, you could be Brad Pitt, as Shania Twain says in one of her little songs. You could be the most gorgeous guy in the world, which, side note, I do not think that Brad Pitt is the most gorgeous guy in the world. I like manlier guys, personally. I don't like guys that have prettier eyebrows than me. That's just, I like a little, edge. I like someone who's, rough around the edges. Somebody that's, masculine. Somebody that builds stuff, that can fix stuff, that can be the man that's walking in masculine energy. And I'm not talking about, you got to be some big bodybuilder. That's not masculinity to me. Masculinity to me, is somebody that's protecting their family. A protector, a provider. Somebody that will figure it out. Will get it done. That's sexy to me. I look at my dad, and my dad was the manliest man I've ever known in my life. Rough around the edges, not a perfect dude, but he put forth effort every single day. That his woman knew that she was loved, that he only had eyes for her. And not to say that he didn't mess up. He was a flawed man, and he would be the first to tell you that he's the biggest sinner that he knows. But he put forth effort. He put forth effort to be the best daddy that he could be. Effort. Effort goes a long way. Think about in a job. Somebody, a business owner, hires somebody, and they might not be qualified. They might not have talent. But if they show up every day early, and they clock in on time or early, and they clock out on time, or maybe they stay after a little bit, and the boss just sees they are putting forth effort. They are doing everything in their power to do the best job they possibly can. That employee is going to go a lot farther than maybe the employee that has a lot of talent and a lot of skill and maybe is overqualified, but maybe is lazy and maybe don't feel like they got to do anything, right? In a relationship, laziness don't get you anywhere but dumped. Lazy don't get you anywhere but single. When you put forth the effort, and you maybe stop and pick some wildflowers on the way home, or you bring flowers home, or you cook dinner, or you do something nice for your woman, that effort is going to go a long way. If you, and you don't have to spend a whole bunch of money. You could get a piece of paper, fold it in half, write something nice on it, and give it to your woman. And that effort that you put forth is going to go a lot farther than you just stopping at CVS and buying a card and not writing nothing personal on it. I say that because my daddy used to write cards and letters to me and my mom my whole life, and we still have them. And, I look back, and it took effort to do that. He didn't just stop by, Walmart, pick the first card he saw, and come home and give it to us. He sat down and he wrote out letters and he drew pictures. He put forth effort. I think about when he would pick me up from the airport. He didn't pick me up at the curb. He walked in. He parked his truck He walked in, he a lot of times had a sign that he would hold that said, "Welcome home, Ash. I loved you. I miss you." He'd paint it sometimes. You know, he put forth effort to show me that I was loved, to show me that I was special. And maybe that's why I ain't settling for no, you know, dudes that ain't putting forth effort. Maybe you shouldn't either. If you're watching this and you've been settling, maybe you shouldn't either. But my daddy showed me how a woman should be treated. He showed me how his daughter should be treated. And he put forth effort. He did. And you know what that taught me? That if I want something in life, I need to put forth the effort. I need to go after my dreams. I need to chase my dreams. I need to put the effort forward. If you want to, I'm trying to think something that I want. If you want to write a book, okay? We've been talking about a lot of writing books because everyone tells me that I need to. God tells me that I need to. I know that I need to. And I have started. But you want to write a book. Until you get that pen and paper out, that book ain't going to happen. You got to put forth effort. And some days you may not feel like writing. Some days you may not feel like you have anything worthwhile to say. But if you put forth the effort, you can sort it out later. Effort goes a long way. I think about my little preschoolers. They try so hard to do nice things for me. When we're outside having recess, they will pick me little weeds. And to them, they just picked me a bouquet of roses or sunflowers because they know I love sunflowers. To them, they picked me the most beautiful bouquet they've ever seen. They're just weeds, but they put forth the effort. And guess what? You think I'm going to tell them they're weeds? You think I'm going to tell them that I don't appreciate what they do for me? You are crazy. No, I'm not. I am not going to tell my kids that those amazing flowers they picked aren't the most beautiful flowers I've ever seen. Because they are. And it's not the flower that matters, it's the effort behind it. It's that their little hands knelt to the ground to pick up the little flowers and give them to me. Have you ever had somebody make you dinner? Maybe they burn it. I've burnt many a dinner in my day. I've burnt many a cakes in my day. I do like cooking, and I am a pretty decent cook. I mean, I'm not Rachel Ray, but I am a decent cook. But when people want to cook for me, even if it's not the best in the world, the effort that they put forward means so much to me. Like the fact that somebody wanted to cook for me literally means everything. On a date, when somebody plans something, oh my goodness gracious, it's the greatest thing in the world. It literally, you got some points there. When you plan something, when you go out of your way to set something up, or something maybe that takes a while, or you call somewhere and order something and have it, you know, already paid for and ready for me to pick up. Like, when you put forth the effort, you get mad points in my book. And it don't have to be, you know, you don't have to buy a Gucci handbag and say, oh, I bought you a new purse, you know, go pick it up and, you know, spend thousands upon thousands of dollars. I'm talking about the effort, not the monetary value. When you do something kind that takes you time, that takes you thoughtfulness, oh my goodness, if that don't set my little heart ablaze. And guess what? I'm not the only one in the world. There are a lot of people that are just like me. I know my mom is. My mom is just like me in that my daddy's effort meant way more to her than any dollar sign on anything he ever bought her. And honestly, a lot of us, we didn't buy each other gifts. I mean, we did sometimes, but for the most part, we built stuff for each other. We painted stuff for each other. We made stuff for each other. And maybe that's because we love acts of service. I don't know. But I think it has a lot more to do with the effort behind something than the monetary value of it. It could just be because we're broke and we're not, you know, little rich people. If we were little rich people, maybe we would act different. I don't know. I'm glad we're not, though. I'm glad that my heart is in the right place. I'm glad that my daddy and my mama's heart was in the right place, too. But I just want to encourage you, put the effort forward. You want to be a musician? Spend time practicing. Maybe you're not the most talented musician in the world, but if you spend time practicing, you might become it. Maybe you're not the most handsome guy in the world, but if you treat your woman right, it won't matter what you look like. Maybe you don't have, the most money in the world, but if you put forth effort, even the smallest of things will matter. Maybe you're not the most talented player on that team, but if you put forward effort, your coach is going to see it. Maybe you're not the smartest person in your class, but if you put forth effort, your teacher is going to see that, and they're going to grade your papers accordingly. Whatever you are doing, the more effort you put forward, the better off you're going to be. And you may be thinking, Ashleydawn, I don't think so. I've tried to do things and I've failed. Well, my friends, maybe it wasn't that you were trying and failing. Maybe that you were trying at the wrong things. Have you ever played that little game with the little square and round pegs, and you put them in the holes, and you got to put the circle in the circle hole, and the triangle in the triangle hole, and the square in the square hole? What happens when you try to put the triangle in the square hole? It don't work, because it's not meant for that. So if you're trying and trying and trying and trying and trying and failing, maybe it's not necessarily what you're trying and failing at. Maybe, just maybe, you're trying at the wrong thing. You're trying, your effort isn't the problem. Maybe you're going after the wrong things. Maybe you're going after things that God doesn't want you to go after. Maybe you're switching in between lanes because you don't know what lane you're going to go in. Person in front of me is. Good night. Ask God what He has for you. And then when you find out, or maybe you don't find out, just try. What's the worst that can happen? Ask God what He has for you. And then put forth the effort to do it. If maybe there's somebody in your life that you want to take out on a date, put forth the effort. I promise you, she will appreciate it. She will. And if she don't, well then, that's your answer that she's not the one for you. Because sometimes you're going to go out on dates, and sometimes that person is not going to be the one for you. But maybe, just maybe they are. Maybe through the process of getting to know them, you're going to become a better version of yourself. Maybe, just maybe, that you're going to be a blessing to them, and they're going to be a blessing to you. And that's another thing. Don't try to climb the whole mountain in one step. Don't think, well, if I go out on this date, we got to get married. No, you don't. Go out on the date. Get to know somebody. If it works out, awesome. If it don't, okay. You haven't lost anything. Maybe some time. God has good things for you. And if you follow Him and put forth the effort, He's going to bless you. And the people around you are going to bless you because they're going to see how hard you're trying. They're going to see the effort you put forward. And let me tell you something. There is no better way to show your appreciation for somebody or to show how much you care for somebody than putting forth effort. Putting forth effort to listen to them, to understand them, to get to know them. Do you know how many people have been in my life that haven't wanted to know anything about me? And I'm like, oh, wow, okay, cool. But then there's some rare, beautiful person that takes the time to get to know me, that takes the time to ask me questions, to listen when I'm talking, to pay attention to the things that I like. And would you know that it's just like one of those little arcade games in like Chuck E. Cheese that when you hit the thing, it's like 50 tickets, 25 tickets, 13 tickets, whatever tickets. And then you hit the 1,000 tickets, it's like jackpot. And it's like ding, 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 ding. That's how it's like for me when somebody shows effort or shows that they care or takes the time to do anything. My little mind and heart just goes ding, 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 ding. And I just like add up little points. And not that it's like a point thing, but we have withdrawals and we have deposits that we make into the accounts of people every day. When you do something nice for someone, you are making a deposit into their life. When you do something mean to them, or maybe you take something from them, right? You're making a withdrawal from them. Well, sometimes we get into deficit accounts where we're just withdrawing more than we're depositing. And guess what? A lot of times those people make an exit out of our life. But when you're just straight depositing and constantly blessing somebody, constantly putting forth effort, constantly telling them how much you care about them, a little text message in the morning that says, hey, good morning, beautiful, I'm thinking about you. I hope you have a great day at work. Or a text at night saying, how was your day? And actually caring and actually wanting to know, hey, how was your day? Did you have a good day today? You want to talk about anything? When you find somebody that puts forth the effort in your life, show them how much you appreciate it. And I'm not just talking about relationships. I mean, this one has been a lot about relationships, but I'm talking about anything. It could be a friendship. You have a friend that is just constantly showing you how much they care about you. I have that friend. Her name is, well, I have several. Connie is one of them. She brought me snacks today to work, little snacks that she knows that I like to little chew on. And I have another friend, Carolina. She bakes me cookies all the time, and she puts them in little bags, and she writes scripture on them, and she tells me how much I'm loved. And she brings me little clothes and little outfits and little surprises, and I do the same for her. And she's constantly making deposits into my account. Constantly. Connie is constantly making deposits in my account. I have a friend, Abby, who's constantly making deposits in my account. Constantly. So guess what? Her account is in the green. Like, I think of her and I just think of love and kindness and how much she spoils me. Why? Because she's constantly making deposits. She's putting forward the effort. She finds out little things that I like to eat and she surprises me with them. Connie finds out little things that I like and surprises me with them. Today she surprised me with salsa and chips. Because she knows that I like them. Because she took the time to listen. Because she took the time to focus on what I like. Put forth the effort. Take the time to get to know what people like. The people that you love. Take the time to know what kind of things would bless them. And then do it. It's so much simpler than it has to be. People don't want you to give them the world. They just want you to put forth some effort. You may be thinking, oh, this person wants so much from me. This friend wants so much from me. No, they just want you to put forward effort. Honest, genuine, sincere effort. They don't want the world. They just want effort. Effort. It's the magical word of the day. Put effort into your job and see how much better it becomes. Put effort into your family and see how much better it becomes. Put effort into your relationship and see how much better it comes. Put effort into the places that you spend your time and see how much better they become. Put effort. Effort goes a long, long way. Trust me. I've had people in my life that have put zero effort, and guess what? They're not in my life anymore. And then I've had people that have put forth effort, and guess what? They're the closest people to me. So, put forth effort. You're not going to regret it. Nobody is going to be mad at you for putting forth effort. And if they are, well, then they're something special. I love y'all. You are seen, you are celebrated, and you are loved. But more importantly than I love you, God loves you. He's got great plans for you, and He wants you to put forth effort. And He wants the people in your life to put forth effort too. Effort. Everybody needs to put it forward. I love y'all. Catch you in the next one.